Hello, friends. Today I want to tell you a story. This story is called Me and My Earth-Changing Adventure. It is a story about a little boy named Leo, his big dream, and one special adventure that changed his world. Please listen carefully and let your imagination walk with Leo. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Leo. He lived in a small town with his mother, father, and his pet dog named Coco. Leo liked to look at the stars every night. He liked to listen to the wind. And he loved to play outside with Coco. Leo was a happy boy, but he had a big question in his heart. Leo looked at the sky and thought, how big is the world? Can I help the earth? Can I make a change? Leo was only 8 years old. He was small, but his dream was very big. One sunny morning, Leo woke up and looked out the window. The sun was shining bright. The birds were singing. Everything in his garden was green and full of life. Leo took Coco for a walk. As they walked, Leo saw some trash in the grass. There were plastic bottles, wrappers, and old cans. He felt sad. The earth is so beautiful. Why do people leave trash here? Leo asked. Coco barked as if saying, let's clean it up. Leo picked up all the trash and put it in a bag. He then threw the bag in the big blue recycling bin at home. Leo smiled. I did something small, but maybe I helped the earth a little. Back at home, Leo asked his mother, how can I help the earth more? His mother smiled and said, one small action can be big for the planet. If you help every day, the world can change. Leo thought, I want to do something big. I want to have an earth-changing adventure. That evening, Leo took out his notebook and drew a big map. He drew mountains, rivers, forests, and oceans. I want to help the mountains stay clean and the rivers stay blue. I want the forests to have many trees and the oceans to be full of fish, Leo said to Coco. Suddenly, Leo heard a soft voice. It was not his mother, father, or Coco. Leo looked around and saw a tiny green light on his window. The light grew, and a small fairy appeared. The fairy had wings like leaves and hair like golden grass. Hello, Leo, said the fairy, smiling. I am Tara, the Earth Fairy. I heard you want to help the earth. Do you want to go on an adventure? Leo's eyes grew big. Yes. Please, take me on an earth-changing adventure. Then with a wave of Tara's hand, a wind swirled around Leo and Coco. When Leo opened his eyes, he was not in his house. He was standing at the edge of a huge mountain with Tara and Coco. The air was cool and clean. This is your first stop, Tara said. The mountain. On the mountain, Leo saw goats and birds. But he also saw trash in some places. People must not leave trash in the mountains, Leo said. Tara nodded. You are right, Leo. Even one plastic bottle can hurt animals. Leo and Coco started picking up the trash, helped by small birds and running goats. Thank you, Leo, sang the birds. Thank you, Coco, bleated the goats. Leo threw all the trash into a bag. Suddenly, the wildflowers began to bloom even brighter. The mountain looked happier. Next, Tara clapped her hands, and the wind blew again. When the wind stopped, Leo was at a wide river. The water moved quickly and shone in the sun. On the river bank, Leo saw some children fishing. They threw empty bottles and wrappers into the river. Leo ran to the children. Please, don't throw garbage in the river. The fish need clean water. The children looked at Leo. We are sorry. We did not think about the fish, they said. Leo and the children worked together to clean up the river bank. Soon the water looked blue and pure. Fish swam happily, and ducks quacked in thanks. Tara smiled. Your actions changed the river. When you protect water, you protect life. Suddenly, the wind started again. Leo now stood in a big green forest. Trees grew tall everywhere. He saw birds, squirrels, and a deer jumping. But in one place, part of the forest was cut and many trees were gone. The animals looked sad. Leo asked Tara, why are the trees gone? Tara said, sometimes people cut too many trees to build things or make paper. Forests need trees to stay healthy. Leo and Coco wanted to help. They picked up acorns and seeds and started to plant them in the ground. Soon, the children from the river came and helped too. They dug little holes and put in many seeds. Tara taught everyone, a new tree can be home for birds, squirrels, and deer. And it can help clean the air. Soon, the children saw small green leaves coming out of the earth. All the animals smiled. The forest looked a little greener and happier. The wind blew again. Leo was now at the edge of a wide blue ocean. Waves crashed on the shore. On the sand, Leo saw many seashells, but also plastic bags and fishing nets. Some small fish and crabs were stuck. Leo quickly picked up the plastic and freed the fish and crabs. Then he remembered, we should not leave trash on the beach. Leo and Coco put away the trash. Tara showed Leo and the other children how to make signs. Please keep our ocean clean. They put the signs everywhere. Soon, dolphins jumped in the waves, and seabirds sang in the sky. The ocean was happy again. Tara said, Leo, your kind heart and small actions are changing the earth. You did not do it alone. You helped others to help too. This is the real earth-changing adventure. Leo said thank you to Tara. Will you leave me now? Leo asked. Tara smiled. I will always be near you and near every child who loves the earth. Remember, Leo, a small kind action grows bigger when you share it with others. The wind started again. In a moment, Leo was back in his room, and Coco was sleeping by his feet. Leo smiled and looked at his map. I really had an earth-changing adventure. The next morning, Leo ran to the park with Coco. Leo saw some children playing in some trash on the ground. Leo picked up the trash. His friends saw him and started to help. Soon, the park was clean. They put up a sign, let's care for our home. The park was a happy place. After that, Leo and his friends made a club called the Earth Helpers. Every week, they did something for the earth. Sometimes, they cleaned the park or the river. Sometimes, they planted flowers or trees. Sometimes, they made birdhouses for the garden. Sometimes, they gave away old books or toys instead of throwing them away. People in the town began to change. They started bringing their own bags to the shop instead of plastic bags. They made less trash and more recycling. Everyone worked together to keep the town beautiful. One day, Leo's mother said, I am proud of you, Leo. You are changing the world, little by little. Leo smiled and said, I learned from Tara. When we all do a little, the earth is happy. Years passed. Leo and Coco grew older. The town became green and clean. The trees grew taller, the river sparkled, and flowers grew near every house. People smiled in the street and helped each other. When Leo looked at the stars at night, he still thought about the big world. He knew the earth was not perfect, but every small action helped a little. He remembered his adventure with Tara, the earth fairy. He remembered the mountain, the river, the forest, and the ocean. He remembered his friends, and how they worked together. And Leo dreamed. He dreamed of a world where everyone cared for the land, for the water, for animals, for plants, and for each other. He dreamed of more adventures. Today, if you see some trash on the ground, or if you see someone needing help, remember this story. Be like Leo. Start with one small action. Maybe you will have your own earth-changing adventure, too. Thank you for listening to my story. The world is waiting for your smile, your helping hands, and your big heart. Be kind to the earth, and it will always be kind to you. The end.